To the first story, Starbucks workers don't get paid enough to deal with you, Karen. This happened yesterday at a Starbucks somewhere in the US. I'm a medical professional. I've been dealing with people who think COVID is a hoax or not serious, etc. Oh, please don't debate that here. The post is not about that. K, Karen. Me. B, barista. I walk into Starbucks and distance myself on the little circles they have that are 6 feet away from each other. There are just a few people in the store, and it's pretty big, so overall, I felt safe. I'm minding my business, browsing Reddit, when this Karen walks in. I didn't notice her until I heard a barista say, "Excuse me, you need a mask to be inside the store." I turned to witness a look of horror on this woman's face, as if she didn't see the countless signs stating that you need a mask, or she didn't realize that there was a pandemic. K, all I want is coffee. Barista, I'll be happy to make you one when you put a mask on. Karen, but... Me, nope. Karen, what? Me, nope. These workers don't get paid enough to make coffees and babysit children. Karen, excuse me, nope. Karen, me, out. And she goes to speak again, nope, out. It felt like I was talking to a misbehaving puppy, and she just looked sad. So, she turned to the only line of defense she had left. Karen, I'll get you fired. Me, I don't work here. Karen, I'll find your boss. Me, I am my boss. She short circuits, make that weird grunting angry sound, and leaves. I cannot stand when these anti-maskers involve people who aren't paid to deal with their crap. And even people who are not paid enough. TLDR, maskless Karen wants coffee, and I defended the baristas. Well, this is the way to go, friends. Just clean cut, to the point commands. The second story. I'm looking at the nutrition facts, not stocking the shelves. There have been a few times when people have stopped me to ask if I work there. But I've always just been able to say, nope, sorry, and that's always the end of it. But today, that wasn't the case at all. This is one of those ordeals that never actually happens in the real world, or so I thought. This is what actually happens when things get out of hand. So a bit of a background about me. I'm a bodybuilder / powerlifter, and nutrition is very important to what I do. Whenever I go shopping, I like to check the nutrition labels on ingredients in foods I'm interested in. That way, I can eat enough food to be hungry without sacrificing flavor, and still fitting it into my daily calorie intake. As you can imagine, I will check multiple different versions of the same ingredients in an aisle and put them back as I search for the best option. Well, earlier today, I went on a pretty big restock for the house. I also found a bunch of new recipes that I want to try, some of which called for some ingredients I don't work with often. For the most part, the store wasn't too busy, and nobody really bothered me as I walked up and down each aisle. I also had some earbuds in and my phone out with shopping list on it. Keep in mind that I'm wearing a tank top and sweatpants, which you're probably not gonna get away with wearing as a grocery store employee. As I'm looking through spices in the baking aisle, I hear someone yelling over my music. It was kind of surprising since I listened to it pretty loud. So I took an earbud out and looked around, and this lady just said to me, I can't believe they let employees wear those stupid things. I cut her off and said, I wouldn't know because I don't work here. This seemed to upset her greatly, as she got really aggressive when she responded by saying, "Oh, don't ducking lie to me. I've seen you stocking the shelves. I'm a paying customer, and you need to help me right now." I'm a very easygoing guy, but when a random stranger speaks to me like this, I'm not gonna put up with it. So I said, I don't have to do crap, especially if you talk to me like that. Get lost. She lost something, that's for sure. She yelled, "Excuse me? How the duck dare you?" I just turned to walk away at that point. All of a sudden, she grabs the back of my tank top and I yank myself away, saying, "What the duck, lady? Don't touch me." She takes a couple of steps back, probably realizing that I'm not the kind of person you want to pick a fight with. "Oh, fine then. I'm finding the manager. Say goodbye to your job, you lazy, useless piece of crap." I was already putting my earbud back in, so I just said, "Whatever, lady. Bye." I grabbed my spices as she walked off in a huff and continued with my shopping. I wasn't even wearing what employees at the store wear. Like, how could I possibly be mistaken for an employee? I seriously cannot stress enough how much I don't look like I work here. A couple minutes later, I'm in the next aisle over and I see her again with the manager. I don't hear what she's saying because I've got my music on. But with the way she was pointing her finger, I would imagine she was probably saying that I'm the one who didn't help her. They started walking up and I took both earbuds out this time. Manager approaches me and I hear the lady saying, "He should be fired for cussing at me and threatening me." Manager's like, "Yeah, he doesn't work here. He's wearing a tank top. That is definitely against the dress code. Well, anywhere." She didn't like that answer. "Then why is he stocking your shelves?" I chimed in and say, "I'm comparing calories in foods and picking the best ones to stay healthy. Maybe you should try it sometime. You definitely look like you need it." She stands there for a moment with this expression on her face that looked like her brain didn't process what I just said. Then she got surprisingly calm. It was getting kind of pathetic at that point, at least I thought so. But the manager actually seemed to side with her and said, "Still, I cannot have anyone mocking people in my store." Whoa, what? I must have missed the part where she said I mocked her, so I asked him to repeat himself, and he explains that it is a criminal offense to mock someone and that the police could get involved. Lady goes from pissed to real smug, like I'm about to get it. "Good," I said. "Call them down here. I'll wait." I know this store has security cameras on every aisle, and I'm so sick of people like her getting away with this level of entitlement that I really did wait. The police shows up a few more minutes later. We go to a back office in the store, and they are really grilling me, asking me why would I attack someone if I was on any drugs, etc. And I'm kinda used to this treatment. People just take one look at me and just assume I'm just some meathead bodybuilder with roid rage. I answer all the questions by saying, "Look at the security footage, it will answer all your questions." The more I said it, the more frustrated they got. Finally, they leave the room. I just wait there patiently for about 45 minutes. Then they come back and apologize. "The manager told us you assaulted her. We should have checked the footage, but you do fit the profile." I then say, "Why? Because I have a bigger muscles than most people? Is that a crime?" They know they cannot really say or do much about it since they made some pretty big assumptions. If you'd like, you can press charges against her since she did grab you according to the security footage. And you know what? I said I would like to press charges. Normally, I don't like to waste my time dealing with courts, but hours of my day were already wasted today. And I want her to know that she cannot get away with it. A few minutes later, the manager offers to let me just go home with my groceries for free. Probably a bit scared that I might sue the store for discrimination or something, since I was so ready to press charges on the lady. On my way out, I saw them putting her into the back of a police car, and she was screaming profanities at the officers. I've already talked to an attorney who is in the process of obtaining the security footage. Court date is gonna be in March, but should be pretty straightforward since the evidence is in my favor. I've never actually had to press charges like this before, so I have no idea what to expect. All I know is that even if she only ends up getting fined $1 or has to do even a minute of community service, I will have a smile on my face. Anyway, that's been my crazy day. I know there are similar stories here of crazy Karens and stuff, and I always thought they were entertaining and would sometimes even think about what would I do in a similar situation. My recreation certainly wasn't what I thought it would be though, and it wasn't as entertaining being on the receiving end of the story. At least, I got some free groceries out of it though. TLDR, lady gets angry at me for saying I don't work at the grocery store, tries to get me fired, and then tries to get me charged for assault. Manager and the police think I really did assault her, until they finally look at the security cam footage. I decide to press charges against her. She's taken away in a police car kicking and screaming, and I leave with a cart of free food. Well, that was disappointing. I cannot believe the manager would assume you assaulted her when they could have easily checked to get the story straight before telling the cops. The third story. No, he cannot help you. A little information about me for context. I'm a 6'4", 280 pounds metalhead, and if I may quote the great George Carlin, I don't have pet peeves, I have major, psychotic, ducking hatreds. One of those is treating workers like crap. The actors in this place are OW, overwrought worker, manager, me, and Karen. Last Sunday, I headed to Home Depot for some replacement tools. After browsing the drills and circular saws, I've nailed down the stuff I want and politely waved down OW. He looks like a kicked puppy and has obviously had a bad day. So, I shoot the crap with him for a bit before I ask him to get out the tools I want. If you have never bought the power tools, they keep them locked up to prevent theft. Out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a wild Karen. OW passes me the saw and we head over to the drills. I've noticed she's lurking a few feet away, arms crossed, foot tapping, staring a hole in this poor guy's head. He gets out the drill set and hands it to me, and his eyes meet with Karen's. Thus begins the crap show. Cue the ree of the I have been waiting for 20 minutes and you've been ignoring me. OW is shocked, and I've gone from chatting about carpentry and telling prostate jokes to furious. Continue the cries of, "This is unprofessional," and "This is what you call customer service?" All the while, OW is apologizing desperately, trying to explain that he cannot leave my side until I checked out. After a minute or two, she shouts, "You're done helping him," looks me up and down with obvious disgust. "So, either you help me or you find another job." OW has gone pale, and she has a slightly punchable crab-eating grin. My time to shine. Me, "Ma'am, why you're being such a C-word?" A few moments of beautiful silence. Karen, "What did you call me?" Going completely red. Me, "A C-word. Don't like it? Well, stop acting like one, C-word," said in a calm, near monotone. Karen takes step toward me, voice shaking. "How dare you? Do you know?" Me, "Nope. I do know that he cannot help you until I check out. Stay calm." Karen takes another step. "Oh, bullcrap." Me, "Oh, screw off. Find someone else to complain your crap at," I yell. I can see the moment of realization. I've got almost a foot and 150 pounds of anger on her. So she turns on her heel and scurries away, all the while ranting to herself. I stare at her back until she turns a corner. Me, "Well, I think I have everything." OW, "Thanks." Me laughing, "What a C-word." OW laughs. We walk straight over to the checkout. I'm still giggling like an idiot, and OW is trying and failing not to laugh. The cashier is a tiny old Asian lady looking at us amused. "Is that everything?" Me, "Yep." Still giggling. An aisle or two down, who do I see but Karen, dragging an obviously confused man with her. She points at me and shrieks that is him! That is the guy who threatened me!" Me to cashier, "Well, I would like the 2-year warranty on these." Me to Karen, Stating the obvious isn't a threat. Calm again. This triggers a tirade of my supposed threats and horrible insults, including some hilarious BS. Like I was planning to pin her down in the hardware aisle. I assume, manager trying to calm her down while OW is still failing to hold his laughs. Finally, she calms enough for him to talk to me. Manager: sir, I'm sorry about this, but is any of this true? Karen has that ducking grin back. I calmly explain while being interrupted by Karen every few words how OW had been helping me stop while gesturing to the $700 pile of tools, and then I start to explain how Karen had berated OW with constant shouts of, "Oh no I didn't," and "He's lying." Then I ask, why was she being such a C-word? And well, gestures at Karen have a ducking breakdown. Manager looks from me to Karen, then to OW. Manager: OW, is this true? OW barely holding his crap together and nods. Meanwhile, I'm paying for my stuff and thanking the cashier. Manager to Karen: ma'am, I need you to stop abusing my customers and employ. Karen shrieking: "He's lying! He threatened me! You need to call the cops!" Me to cashier: have a nice day. I walk away as the volume and the pitch of the shrieks get higher, laughing my butt off. By the time I made it to the car, I was shaking with tears running down my face with the lulz. It turns out someone took her advice and called the cops. I had the privilege of watching them escort her from the building while I lost my crap. That was a good day. Oh, that was priceless. Glad you were able to help the employee out while shooting down Karen. That's it for today, fellow humans. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.